Well, Aquarius, this month, June 2025, can feel a lot like sharpening your voice on a blunt edge. Why? Because of this transit of Saturn in your third house. Third house is communication. And recently, Saturn, which by the way is the co-ruler of Aquarius, is moving in its weakest sign of Aries, in conjunction with the idealistic Neptune. It's a tough call, this one. This is difficult. It's a difficult transition. It's a 2.5-year transit. And so your pragmatic, practical side is challenged by the idealistic side. You know, you got to speak less, but with more precision. That's not a bad thing. You need to be clear, especially here on the 5th, the moon is opposite these two planets. So ideals, philosophies, religious beliefs and dogmas could be in conflict with others while these transits take place. You see here, Saturn also impacts siblings or neighbours, the relationships you have with them. So these could be a little strained. You might feel like distancing yourself from these people. You need to get your thinking in order. Perhaps the people that you've been hanging out with, these people I've just mentioned, are causing your thinking to be a little bit scattered. You know, there's an old saying, if you hang around a cripple long enough, you'll develop a limp. So, you know, the type of company you keep does impact the way you think, the way you speak and communicate. Now, the third house also has to do with learning. What sort of learning? Here we can see that at this time, Jupiter also makes a very important transit into your 6th house of work practices, systems and methodologies, the people that you work with. So which company are you keeping there? Education, company. Saturn is asking you to rethink all of these things. Your learning has to become more rigorous, and the knowledge and the wisdom that you gain now has to be earned. It's not just assumed or a given. You're not interested in casual talk either at this time. And that's probably pissing you off with your partner even, because you've had this Mars transit in your 7th house of relationships, which of course can create some confrontational discussions. Truth and clarity need to be prioritized in your estimation right now. So because of that, the usual people you hang out with, your social group, you see here Jupiter rules your 11th house of friends, transiting in the 6th house of enemies. Casual talk thins out. You're not interested in small talk. This is what's causing some sort of mental isolation. But that's when you get an opportunity to think deeply about what it is you want, whom it is you want to be with, and where you want to be in life. Third house is short journeys, but that causes some problems. So you need to think carefully about how you travel, where you travel to, and the purpose of those travels. I missed the 11th house full moon, which also adds weight to what we're talking about here in terms of the people that you hang out with, the friendships that you've been keeping. The daily logistics become a lot more sort of structured, at the same time more frustrating. Plan much more effectively, especially with these 3 planets in the 6th house, Saturn and Neptune in the 3rd house. And keep your eye open for this new moon that is also going to take place there in that 6th house on the 25th. This is a brand new opportunity or opening for you, a chance to change things in your workplace, Aquarius. Small commitments and time management are important, and they're important in that you need to refine them. And that refinement, unfortunately, as a result of this transit of Saturn, comes through pressure. It's a lot of downward pressure. There you have the new moon on the 25th here. This is also to do with your health. You've got to work on those activities, those jobs, those people that you hang out with that are conducive to enhancing, augmenting your health rather than dragging it down. You cannot afford to be with psychic vampires any longer. Your ideas are going to become the tools that are going to forge a way forward for you into success. They need to be sharp, they need to be specific, and they need to be durable, meant to last. So, please do take a look at astrology.com.au for more on this month. Don't forget to subscribe, drop me a message, and I'll see you here same time next month. Take care.